Sadashivasamarambaam Shankaracharyamध्यमाम् Asmadacharyaparyantaam Vande Guru Paramparam. I welcome you all with my love and respects. In today's sutra, Patanjali explains the great truth about our deep craving for suffering. Please understand, constantly we crave for sufferings. So many reasons. One, when suffering happens to you, you get lot of attention from others. Many kids fall sick just to get mother's attention. Otherwise, mother is too busy. By and by, your unconsciousness learns the habit. If you fall sick, you will have attention. The next step is not only to get others' attention, even to get your own attention, you fall sick. You think if you don't fall sick, you are not attending yourself. You are too busy and society demands you to attend too many things. Body and mind says, no, fall sick, that's the best thing. Falling sick is almost kind of a holding so that you will give attention to yourself. And unfortunately, by and by, mind learns this technique and permanently falls sick, makes yourself handicapped. That is what is some inferiority complex about your body structure, some inferiority complex about your mental structure, some inferiority about you, whether you are beautiful or not, some inferiority about which you don't have, can never have. This idea of some inferiority which you don't, can never have, becomes such a strong sickness. You go on giving attention to you just because of this one reason. Suffering gives you a kind of a heaviness, shape, identity, feeling of existence, boundary. Joy always gives you the boundaryless feeling. You can see people who are levitating, the first thing I see in them is the joy in their face, extraordinary joy and the laughter. Yes, yesterday one devotee from Bangalore came and told me, Swamiji, I saw that 3-minute video and tried and broke my back. I said, don't try. She was trying to jump. It's not that she was heavy, she's medium weight only, but tried to jump, it seems, and nothing worked, and the more she tried and she only fell and broke the back. Means joy permeates your backbone, permeates your biomemory. You became first psychologically light and physically light. As I was telling, this is the science. Under the every hair pore, there is a airbag which can hold the subtlest form of prana, which is samana. When that airbags get filled like a balloon, body starts floating. The first thing will happen when the air bag gets filled is joy. Even when you work out physically, If you bring joyful memories, that airbag will get filled. Never have violent memories, violent thoughts when you work out. When you move your body and put weight on your body, start working out, don't have violent thoughts. Let it be more romantic and pleasant. Have photographs of the people or memory of the people who create romance and pleasant feeling in you, not violent, aggressive. If you have that pleasantness, romance, the samana will get filled. The unconscious hanging, unconscious craving for pain is one of the worst engram with which humanity is suffering. Somehow the hypocrisy-based society always has a deep craving for pain. See, Krishna was worshipped in all enlightenment-based parts of Indian society. Indian society has two major parts, the enlightenment-based part and hypocrisy-based part. That's what they call morality. The social morality. You see, understand, the social understanding of morality is just hypocrisy. It's not morality. It's like a weapon used to pull somebody when you don't have any other weapon, any other way. Like this society, civilization, that part of India worships Krishna. But for enlightenment, you cannot feel attracted to Krishna. And this hypocrisy-based civilization, they go on worshipping suffering. Krishna's consciousness, such a extraordinary joy. I wanted you to know some of the details. Krishna lived with Gopikas only till the age of 11 years only. Afterwards he was out. But always Krishna is portrayed with Gopikas, as if he spent his whole life with Gopikas, because he is symbol of joy. Same way, he lost and ran away from one war and got killed by a hunter. I think many of you may not even know this story. Krishna was murdered. He was killed by a hunter with poison arrow. You would have never even heard this story. You will never see a photograph or a statue of Krishna being killed, because he is representation of joy. And you will always see Krishna victoriously standing and giving Vishwarupa Darshana to Arjuna, or winning the Mahabharata war. You do not know, 17 times he was defeated by Jarasandha. 17 times. Jarasandha came back as Gajini Muhammadu and destroyed Dwarika and Somnath. Jarasandha and Krishna ran away from the war field. Ranki Chor Rai, they call in Gujarat, Ranki Chor Rai. Ran away from the war field. But nowhere it will be represented because he is embodiment of joy. Even running away was such a romantic experience for him. Nowhere the pain is painted. Because the pain was never painted in his inner space, it could never be painted in his biography, in his history. Unless something gets painted in your inner space, it can never be painted in your history. If something is painted in your history, how much you try to change, it will be painted in the biography. In your inner space, anything is painted, will come out in biography, in history. Because the incidence shows. Krishna lived only till the age of 11 with Gopikas, and you will be surprised, the love affair between Radha and Krishna was only 1.5 years. Really, only totally 1.5 years of love affair only is recorded. The romance was only 1.5 years. Before that they were kids and they did not have chance to spend time together. They spent time together only 1.5 years. But if you see, they are shown as eternally together. Anywhere you see, Radha will be there. Where Krishna is there, Radha will be there. Whether it is a temple or painting or statue or anything. But one funny thing, Sita was away from Rama only 6 months. Only 6 months. But always the Ramayana is painted, portrayed as if they suffered a long separation. Chronologically it is just 6 months. 13.5 years they had such a funny, romantic life in forest. Really. 14 years of forest life, 13.5 years, they had a very very graceful and great romantic life. 13.5 years, because they were living with 7 rishis. Only that 7 of them know Rama is incarnation. Nobody else knows he is an incarnation. So he was taken care by 7 people who knows he is an incarnation. He had a great fun. Only 6 months chronologically they were separate. But that 6 months scene is shown as 3 Ganda. Aranya Ganda, Sundara Ganda, Yuddha Ganda. 3 cantos for 6 months. Here, it's only 1.5 years of romance and it is shown as a whole life. So the idea they represent. Krishna represents the joy and ability to shed all the sufferings. I tell you, joy is the only way where the way to wither away your will. Your will can never wither away by pain. With more pain, your will become more stronger on you. With joy, it will just wither away. It will just be an ecstasy. I tell you, my whole wandering was such an ecstasy. Will got withered away. There was no will. It was such a joy. The will got withered away. There was no will. That is why the Parivrajaka was possible. Parivrajaka was possible. Parivrajaka happened because of the joy, the will got withered away. Patanjali gives us an understanding about pain and how to go beyond pain so that the will can wither away. See, understand, this is the highest clarity. Will withering away. Your will withering away. Like a leaf falling from the tree, will just falling from your body. Let's enter into the sutra. Dukkhanusayi dveshaha. I will give you the translation of Swami Vivekananda. Aversion is that which dwells on pain. Swami Dvivedi translates as, that which dwells on pain is aversion. Aversion. Purohit translates as, aversion is recoiling from pain. Sachidananda translates as, aversion is that which follows identification with painful experiences. Every sutra I read of Patanjali, I understand his extraordinary genius, intelligence. As I said, each sutra is one skyscraper of Indian internal infrastructure. If I am given the chance, I will name at least one Indian city in the name of Patanjali, who contributed so much. Patanjali, Swatmarama, Goraknatha, Maschendranatha, all of them should be honored. At least some cities should be named after them. Maschendranatha and Goraknatha are the predecessors of Swatmarama, on whose sutras every day we are working. Patanjali, the Hatha Yoga Sutras. Every day morning process we are doing is sutra. Today what we did, the 4 type of process, the Kumbhaka, Andar, Bahir and Sankalpa. That is from Swatmarama, the basic principle. The sutra says, Dukkhanusayi dveshaha. Dukkha anusayi dveshaha. The word anusayi is translated by Scherer as clinging, Taimini as repulsion. That is the power of that word. Understand, anusayi is translated by one translator clinging, the other translator as recoiling. But both makes meaning. That is the fun of, that's the beauty of Sanskrit. Whether you cling or recoil, I can translate that word anusayi as responding. It's like a When you have the staring fight, stare, don't blink. The moment you blink, you lost. Same way, when you face pain, don't blink. Don't respond. Responding is anusayi. This is a very critical word in the sutra. Dukkha is dwelling upon pain, or clinging to pain, or recoiling from pain. That center word anusayi is translated as clinging or recoiling. But both will make meaning. If you respond, you are caught. When it comes to the question of pain, don't respond. Whenever people bring their problems to me, if it is out of pain, I just postpone. Nothing else is needed. Just postpone. It will become all right. But the ego is such, it will say no. Even if you postpone, it is not going to go now. Then I tell them suffer. What to do? Do not try to find solution when suffering is there. Don't blink. Don't respond. Any response you give when suffering is there will be a weapon you lost. Understand? You would have created some strong intellectual ideas to get you out of suffering. But when the pain is actually present in your inner space, don't use them. Don't use those weapons. Because even if you use, the pain won't go. You will lose confidence over the power of the weapon. And what has actually happened, you lost the weapon also, that's all. Not only the pain won't go, you lost the weapon also. The only thing you need to do during the pain is, don't blink. What can be done? It is there. Don't try to solve, don't try to cling, don't try to recoil. Recoiling or holding, both are going to create trouble. Both are going to create trouble. Many times I see how for no reason people suffer. Just for no reason people suffer. See, oh God, what an unconscious, foolish mind which attracts so much suffering for no reason, just no reason. Very funny mental setup. Another one worst thing is, all your effort to recoil will hold. Holding will create more. The word anusayi is a powerful word. I can say the exact meaning of the word anusayi is shadow. Shadow is neither holding nor recoiling. The science of shadow is, if you go on in your life, that will follow you. If you try to catch, you will never be able to catch. If you carry with your life, pain will be your slave. If you try to hold or respond, correct, alter, try to bury your shadow, nothing can be done. Surya, sun god, has two wives. Wife means feminine energy, is expression. One, Usha, is light, radiance. Another one, Chaya, the shadow. Two are his wives, his energies. The Usha has a positive existence. Chaya has only negative existence. Understand, all of you need to know the Yamadharma and Shani, both of them are Chaya's kids. Lord of death, Yamadharma, and Sanishwara, Lord of suffering. Both of them are Chaya's sons. It means what? They do not have positive existence. They are like shadow. Death and suffering has no existence. It's a shadow. All you need is don't blink, that's all. Don't respond. Whatever response you make, you are in trouble. Shani and Yama, both concepts. If you don't blink, they will become auspicious to you. The moment you blink, over. Anusai, response to your pain. Hatred or aversion is response to your pain. Any response it can be. The moment you respond, it is hatred. Whether you want it or don't want it. Any response you do for pain is going to be hatred. See, if you want pain, then it is hatred, suffering. If you don't want, again it is hatred, suffering. So you are in a big soup. So not responding is the best way to handle pain, to handle suffering. There is one more beautiful sutra, continuity of this sutra. If you understand that also, then we will be able to have the process done. Swarasha Vahi Vidusha Abhitata Ruta Abhiniveshaha. Vivekananda translates as abiding in its own nature due to the past experience of death, and established even in the learned, is the clinging to life. Fear of death is a spontaneous feeling deeply rooted in us all, no matter how learned we may be. This is the translation of Shearer. Prabhavananda translates as, the desire to cling to life is inherent both in the ignorant and in the learned. This is because the mind retains impressions of death experience from many previous incarnations. The strong desire for life is seen even in the learned and ever sustained by its own force is attachment. Dvivedi says, Sachidananda translates as clinging to life, following by its own potency due to past experience, exists even in the wise. As I said, Patanjali tries to explain the suffering and death in these two sutras. Two sons of shadow. Surya's wife. For suffering, Shani, he gives one sutra. For Yama, he gives one sutra. The next sutra is on Yama. If you understand both, the solution is there. He says in the next sutra, because your mind records your past death experiences and the pain happens during those death experiences, clinging to life, which I was talking yesterday, that attachment, the constant search for security happens in you. What is the way then? At least once, if you go through the death consciously, means without creating pain engram in you, suddenly you will see you are released not only from death fear, the continuous insecurity and necessity for security, attachment. That whole engram will disappear. The whole thing will be destroyed. When he says, even in the learned, the fear continues to exist. I know one Swami who has mastered Kathopanishad, means the science of death. 35 years he studied. But I really feel sympathy towards him. When I remember him now, he has not experienced death. One NSP will do so much good for him, but his ego will not allow. I myself learned Kathopanishad from him. One NSP can just make whatever he learnt as a sign, as an experience for him. Because it has not become experience. The moment I remember this sloka, even learned as clinging to life, attachment life, I remember him only. Shankara says in Bhajagovindam, very beautifully, Nahi nahi rakshadi tukrunch karane. Means the learning, knowledge, grammar will not protect you when Yama comes. Bhajagovindam, Bhajagovindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudamade Samprapte Sannihite Kale Nahi nahi rakshadi tukrunj karane. Technical information cannot solve your problem when the real problem happens. Especially the important big problems like death, marriage. You might have read manuals, hundreds of books, might have even got hundreds of people married, might have maybe conducting courses for happy relationship like Dale Carnegie. But when you face nahi nahi rakshadi tukrunji karane, nahi nahi rakshati tukrunj karani. Very beautiful line. The grammar and the technical information you get will not protect you. It's truth. Technical information is only to inspire you into experience. By itself, stand alone, it will not protect you. It's like a reading menu card in the hotel is not going to satisfy your hunger. Only ordering and eating is going to satisfy your hunger. So the technical information won't satisfy. Now the technical information is this 3 sutra. Attachment, idea about attachment, idea about hatred, idea about the death. This is technical information. You need to go through this as an experience at least once. Means you should stare at pain when it happens to you without responding or trying to solve. Stare, don't blink. If you blink, you lost the game. Second, go through the death consciously at least once. It's like there's a big rope with which branches, small ropes are taken and many cows are tied. Due to some reason that main rope got burnt. But these foolish cows do not know this rope is already burnt, because even after burning that looks like a rope. If they just move their body, they can run away. But these guys don't understand that rope is burnt, it is no more a rope, it cannot bind them anymore. But if they move their body, they will understand. They will escape. Same way, when you go into the death consciously, all the rope that binds you will be burnt. Then you will see your simple movement will liberate you. Key of this whole sutra, solution for this whole thing is not responding. That is what is the key. Anusayi. When Shani happens to you or Yama happens to you, don't blink, just stare. Don't respond. Just be. That is what is Anusayi. So I bless you all. Let you all experience, live and radiate enlightenment. Let you all live and radiate the eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you.
All that I smell, I offer to you, Swami Nithyananda. All that I see, all that I hear, I offer to you, Swami Nithyananda. Like this dance, and this song, and this joy, I surrender to you. All that I feel, all that I am, I offer to you, Swami Nithyananda. Uragaram, Karunavataram, Samsara Saram, Bhujahendraharam, Sada Vasantam, Hridayara Vinde, Bhavam Bhavani dream